I got another video for y'all. This Love After Lockup, Season 1, Episode 1. Let's get into it. Before we get into it, a couple disclaimers. I don't know these people personally. I only know them within the show. No one's feelings should be hurt. No one should be offended. No one should be heartbroken. Strictly for entertainment. Strictly for shits and giggles. Strictly for laughs. I'm just a nigga with an opinion. Everybody got an opinion. The only difference between mine and theirs, I post mine. Let's get into it. Yes, this show is real. These motherfuckers are really in love with inmates. I couldn't believe this shit when I seen it. I had to take a look. Scott says he had woman problems in the real world, so he thought that if he dated a woman in prison, it would be easier because all you had to do was just talk to them on the phone. Which is true until they get out, Scott. I'm expecting this from one of these young, dumb niggas. You're an elder. I thought you would know this. Didn't catch the woman who's dating Garrett's name or whatever, but her and that nigga got into a convo, was going back and forth. They just got, on the topic of her dad and whatnot. And the nerve of this nigga to say, who's number one? Between you and my father? Question mark? Like, that's when the call would have ended. This nigga has officially lost his mind. Look at y'all. He was just playing, bro. He wasn't serious. Nigga, don't care. The fuck? Don't even play like that. The fuck have you even done for me to even play and compare yourself to the man who raised me? And she's also a fool because she bought a house for her and this nigga, and he ain't even made it out yet. Not saying she shouldn't have her own space, but she worded it as if she had a space prior, but got a bigger space to incorporate this bitch ass nigga. She's also a fool. She's also a fool because she brought up the statistic that inmates who got locked up are 50% less likely to go back. I'm going to need you to cite your sources, ma'am. I'm going to need to see sources cited at the bottom of that page. You hear me? Andrea's got 2 jobs and 3 kids. I commend her. Of course, it's not easy and you want some assistance, but I'd rather you do speed dating, get on these dating apps, Tinder, Bumble, shit, Hinge, whatever the fuck. Because going after an inmate is definitely just going to make this more of a headache. Then her inmate nigga's name is Lamar. And she was like, Lamar been in prison for almost 20 years for armed robbery? What about the kids? Like, yeah, a criminal's a criminal. But like, how about we choose one that's like, I don't know, not robbing the place. Not in there for like armed robbery, maybe? You know what I'm saying? And got in her confessional afterward and was like, people are going to say, I'm endangering my kids. You are. That's factually true. You're bringing a man into your house who has a record, a criminal record around your kids. That is endangering them. Like, what are we saying right now? But this nigga James is hilarious. His situation is he was married for 8 years, but things ain't work out. That's not the funny part. That's actually really sad. But he said he just wanted somebody to talk to. A therapist? Question mark? No. Some inmate off a website called Prison Darlings. Yeah. This nigga, it's amazing. Like how we even got to this point. Everyone is just amazing. Like Garrett, here's her name right here in my note. Johanna. You got fucking what's his name? Who I just said? Fuck, I forgot. James. You got James sitting over here telling me, oh well, he was getting over the breakup and needs somebody to talk to. He doesn't talk to a therapist. He gets on an inmate dating website. Nigga, what? Then you got Andrea. It's like in the real world, you got 2 jobs. You telling me no man granted? Like, yeah, people be kind of hesitant to date people with kids, but it's like knowing that you're a hardworking woman and you're a good woman. You know what I'm saying? That will kind of soften the blow of you having, 3 kids with another man. And at your age, majority of the motherfuckers at your age got kids, so you can find a nigga out there. And Johanna talking about one day I was drunk and I got on there and I was like, whoa, he takes a really hot mugshot. Ease off the Moscato. Ease off the Moscato, Johanna. For both of our sake. Even though I had some Moscato like 2 weeks ago. Last week, maybe. I don't know. When was Thanksgiving? Fuck it. And yeah, I know what y'all thinking. Like, this would be months ago, because this video probably drop. This video probably drop a day after my birthday, honestly and truly. But no, this video, I'm currently taking this video. I think it's the December 12th, maybe, is when I'm actually making this video. But it's scheduled to drop in sometime late January, probably after my birthday, I assume. Anyway, that's why I said when was Thanksgiving, because I know like in January it'll be like a month. At the end of January it's gonna be like 2 months ago when I would have drunk that red Moscato, and you guys are gonna be like, nigga, Thanksgiving was like 3 months ago, nigga. Anyway, yeah, this is gonna be a struggle. Andrea's the worst, and I thought Johanna was on one, getting a house and a place to stay for Garrett right off the bat. That's just the tip of the iceberg. This just keeps graduating. Andrea's buying this nigga a car. Like, what? Like, I'm not going to say that you shouldn't spend money on these people, but can they at least make it out first? You know, like with Johanna, you've already bought a place for this nigga to stay. Can y'all see if this shit is going to work for a little bit before you do this? Andrea, you work 2 jobs. You and your kids are still living in that little ass studio apartment, which is nothing wrong with a studio apartment, because I've been poor before, and I'm I am poor now still. Really been poor all my life, and my living situation been fucked up all my life. So I'm not getting on you for living in a little ass studio apartment. But it's just the fact of, why are we going and spending 10 bands on a car for a nigga that we really don't know, and we don't know if this is going to work with this nigga, when this 10 bands can be used for literally anything? Hell, this 10 bands can be used for a bigger fucking apartment. 10 bands might be able to get you a little house, something. If you and your 3 kids can fit in that little ass studio apartment, they can make it work in a 1 bedroom. Or 2. Come on, bro. This shit is crazy, bro. This shit is genuinely crazy. So Garrett comes out kissing Johanna and gets in his confessional like, man, I was in there for burglary and drugs. Then he talking about some, prison's just not fun. It's like a little room full of, a whole lot of guys, and they all got ulterior motives, and everybody wants something from you. Nigga, aren't you a thief? like that's a little bit hypocritical, don't you think, Gary Bear? Like, what? People, dude, some people always want stuff. Nigga, you're a thief. You're one to talk. You're that guy. That guy that you were describing. Yeah, that's you. You were that guy. This nigga's trying to speak on. This is insane. What am I even doing here, guys? I regret it already. Andrea's friend gets in her confessional talking about, I always wanted a black friend, and Andrea's my black friend. There's not that many black people in Utah. I don't know how to feel, but you should have kept that one to yourself. One of her other white Mormon bitches at the table started joking on Andrea, and she stormed off. But it's like, first, you knew your friend was an asshole. And that's one of the first things you said when you walked in. 2, girl, that's what this shit come with. I'm sure if you was dating a Mormon man, or maybe not even a Mormon man, but a nigga that hasn't been locked up for the past 20 years, nobody would have passed judgment, or it wouldn't have been a lot to say about this nigga. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, let's go back to what I'm saying about y'all. Know what this shit come with. Y'all know what it come with. If you gonna stay with the nigga, that's fine. But deal with whatever comes with that. Anyway, y'all. Finna get up out of here. That's the end of this one. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, cash, friends.